Hey guys, welcome back to Ralph's house. I tell you what, we're painting from the heart. These are stories that have been handed down for generations. The most famous frog there ever was. I mean, even as a tadpole, this boy was, they knew he was something special in that little old pond. Look what he grew up to be, famous Freddie. Well, I tell you what, we're working on this picture. He's fishing on the river. Well, that river's got a current going moving down the river. Well, every smart Tennessean knows, can't be, you got to have an anchor. Well, in Tennessee, we famous. This is where this anchor came from. I bet you ain't never seen an anchor like this. Well, I guarantee you, everybody in Tennessee seen this anchor, because half the boys around here use them. I wonder what kind of anchor. That don't look much like an anchor, does it? It does to a Tennessean. Watch this. Oh man, you got one of them things right there that'll hold you in the swiftest current ever was. Look at that. Just at that old concrete box down there on the bottom of the river. But a few rocks down here in the bottom in the mud. You know, you put that thing down there. Guess what? He dropped right in the lap. That big old fish sitting down here. And he's sitting there. He's just checking it out. Got that fin on his back. Got them big old flippers out here, and he's seeing what all this commotion's about over here. Got that big old belly. Another one back there, and got a fork tail. Well, I'll tell you the story of that fork tail. Only one fish in the Tennessee River. Well, a couple fish have it, but the best eating fish ever was got that old fork tail. Oh, look at that. Got that kind of shaded back up here. We'll roll that back onto there. Got that eyeball there. Now, most people around here can tell you what that is. Got that mustache. He's just coming over to check out that boat anchor there. He wants to see what's going on. So he's now them old fish. Now they're hard to catch because that's probably the wildest fish in the river right there. They get big because they're smart. Got a shadow on the bottom, cast him on the bottom of the river down there. He likes all them rocks and stuff. He swims down by the bottom where it's safe. Stays down there where them critters can't get him. So we're just kind of getting him drawn in there where we're going to want him to be. And we got a couple fish over here going to be checking out our. Let's get them in here. And they're a different kind of fish, a little bit different here. Again, you got the little fins, little fin back here by the tail, kind of a broad sweep. And then we have bright colors right there. Oh, we know what that's going to be. We'll have to work on this fish a little bit. There's probably a couple of them sitting in here. They got to check this thing out here. They wonder what Freddie's up to. Fish are funny that way. They're curious critters. Right up there with cows. Most people don't know that because they don't know how to talk to them. Freddie's good at talking to fish. He talks to them all the time. But that's why they're not real afraid of Freddie. We got that water going right across the top of them fish. But that block ain't going to do a whole lot of good sitting out here by itself. We got to wrap some rope around it. So that rope's going to come in here, and it's going to go in here, and tie a little bow on top. And let's carry that back up to the boat. Up right up over the bow. And that's what's going to keep that boat from getting washed down the river. Got our anchor there, we're anchored. We'll probably have a little shadow under it coming off here. See, we got us a rope now. Funny thing about a rope, the way it's made, look at that. Just make some, look at that. Just cut some braids into it. Turn your brush kind of sideways and put some detail in there. That kind of looked like a little bit of rope coming off there. So the bottom edge of that boat where it's in the shadow, let's cut it like that and set it on the water. Set that boat on the water. You gotta have that dark right there at the water line. Set that boat down. Back here. And we've pretty well established what we want to have in the foreground, what we're going to put out here. Get our shapes where we want them. So we're just drawing with paint. That's all we're doing. We're just putting some paint on here. We kind of got to have a background too. We got to establish what we want it to be back there. Well, this is the Tennessee River, so you got no riverbank running back up through here. Just carry it there. The water's back here. We're just up against the riverbank. The riverbank's just different heights, and you drop off into the water. So we'll have it just kind of do this. Now the darkness is actually going to be closer up here to the top and drop in. Pull it down like it's going into the water. Cut that in there and just pull it down. We're just trying to get an old muddy riverbank there. Every once in a while, it might have an old hole on the side of that bank. That's where the muskrats and beavers live. You know, they gotta have a place to stay too. I'll tell you some stories about them. One time Freddie wanted to build a dam. Who'd he get? He went and got his buddies the beavers. That's another story we'll work on later. Old Freddie, he knows everybody in them woods. He's probably one of the most famous mountain men ever was. Knew them all. Okay, so we got a riverbank back over there. We got to carry it on over here. The riverbank's not level. It's going to kind of wind and drop off into the river and just pull some strokes down, see? Going down to the water. But water is level. So we need that to come kind of like that, see? Get our bank established. And just pull that up into the bank. Get our dart going up here and pull it down a little bit. Does that kind of look like an old riverbank sitting there? Get that dark in here. You got to remember, this is going to be a nighttime painting. This is going to be different. We're going to try some different things with lights and paint. We're going to play with this. We're going to see what we can do. See if we can get this to be what we want it to be. And we're going to do that again by putting color over color over color. We're just drawing. We're going to have some, I'll tell you what, this is going to be a moonlit night. We're going to have a moon up here, and I'm going to paint that moon just like that. You ever seen a dark moon? No, but you can't make it light without dark. You hear me say it over and over and again. And of course, you got that, but there's going to be clouds too. And that's going to be coming right through the clouds. We're going to be casting light through this cloud. So we want to get some, it's going to be dark clouds in here. There's not going to be a whole lot of sky picture, and I'll tell you why. If you ever been on the Tennessee River in the middle of the night, what you see is all them big old riverbank trees leaning out over the water. Kind of like this. We're going to get them big old, they're maple trees. Sycamores, actually. Member of the maple family, big old trees. They'll have old roots hanging out here over the bank, coming down a little bit into the water. Now you got to remember, that or the moon's going to be the light. The shadow's going to be on this side of those trees. And you got the little saplings going up in here, and they're going like this. And they're trying to get out from behind here and get some light out here off that riverbank. We'll cut in some just underbrush, and so we're just getting some colors in here. Get some shapes where we want things to be. Trees are, we can barely see back there in the background, but we know they're there heading off to the woods. This is going to be riverbank fishing at its best. I tell you what, y'all come back next time. Let's see how we carry this riverbank on down a little bit. Y'all come.